these are my Mildliners. I ordered them off of Amazon. They came in 3 packs of 4, like so. I suppose there are other colors available. I'm not too interested in enlarging my collection because I think that these colors here serve all my needs and basically cover every kind of theme that I would want. I don't usually use the brown and the gray or this color actually at all. I'll show you why. This one is more like a regular highlighter. So it's a little too fluorescent for my needs, but I'll show you the reason why I love these Mildliners is because they're very muted. They're bright, they pop off the page, but it's not like a fluorescent one. So they're very muted colors and they kind of flow with whatever theme I like, depending on what color combination I use. Also, the red in particular, it's actually not red, it's like a pink, but when you put it on the Amy Tangerine planner, it comes off bright red. So it's kind of interesting how it morphs into whatever kind of spread you want it to come out. Really interesting. So the reason why I started using Mildliners is because when I first started planning, I was actually pretty functional. I did only pen only spreads and I had no problem with it. It was fine. But then the Happy Planner came out with all these stickers and I was a scrapbooker and I love to be creative. So I put stickers all over my pages. I did floral spreads and I really love them. But I noticed that I started missing appointments and forgetting things, and that's when I said to myself, something's got to change. I went back to the why. My why was that I needed to stay on task. I'm very scatterbrained, I'm very forgetful, and my thoughts are all over the place. So I really needed to focus and think about what I was going to do to stay on task. So I took out, and I've been hoarding these Mildliners for months, and I didn't know what I was going to do with them. I just thought they looked pretty. But basically stopped there. So I thought, how am I going to use these and get them to work for me? This is the first spread that I did using boxes, and it really helped me focus for the day. I used red for Monday, which on this page comes out more pink. It actually is a pink. Each box has an event or a to-do or an activity or a chore that I need to do for the day. So the first one was picture day at school, so I knew I had to look nice that day. Then I had a meeting, I had to walk my dog, had some errands to do. My daughter had golf practice, and then I remembered that I need to do some scenery for a play that I was directing, and then I had actually dinner on the bottom ones. On this particular spread, I put down what I was gonna have for dinner. So that's how I used them for Monday. And I really liked it, so I continued for the rest of the week. And I thought the color scheme together looked really nice. And I practiced a little bit on another spread to see how it would look before doing it. I really enjoyed it. This week, I really stayed on task and I thought, hey, this is something that really could work for me. And look who we have here. We have a little visitor. Do you think that could work for you too, Callie? Maybe. So after doing this spread, I thought it was really functional. I thought it was great, but then I thought all my spreads are gonna look the same. This is horrible. I really love decorating. I really love stickers. How am I gonna make that work for me? So let's give some examples of what happened next here. This is my Go Wild spread. I did a monotone kind of spread. I just used purple and I was able to put stickers on it and it still kept me on task because I still had my boxes. The early part of the day starts on top and then throughout the day goes bottom, so I really knew what I was going to, this is actually a mini dashboard that's into it. So this really started to work for me. Something for 2 days goes over, the box goes over 2 days. This I used as a to-do for the week. So I'm gonna put that in here and give you some more examples. Here. This is one that I have for next week. It's actually one of my favorites ever that I've ever done. I like that I was able to use stickers and still use the boxes and go with a theme that was completely different from what I normally do. So here I have the book fair at school. So this is a box that is going to cover 2 days, and I'm going to put things that I need to do to get ready for that because our class is doing something special. And then I have a meeting here, and these are chores, so it doesn't matter which day I'm going to have to do it. So I put it on two days. And then here I'm going to put more chores, and I have different meetings and tasks that need to be done. So that's a different way that you can use your boxes and combine your love for decorating with staying on task. So that's an example of a spread. I also like to use Mildliners for lists and to compartmentalize my lists. So this is just a grocery list, and here I have 3 different categories. I have party, lunches, and dinner. When I go shopping, even if I have a list of everything I need, I shop in what I'm thinking of. If I'm thinking about a party, I will buy things for the party. So it's good that I have everything for the party together. And everything I'm thinking about lunches for the week, I need to have everything for those lunches together and for dinner together. Because if I don't think that way, something will get lost, even if I have a list. I know it's crazy, but I'm really, really scattered. I must have adult ADD or something. It's really hard for me to stay on focus, even for a spread. I'll do 5 minutes, I'll get up and do something and go back to it later. I mean, it really needs to keep me on focus. Something like this really helps me. So I also work for the Girl Scouts, and I have VCC meetings. So when I'm doing a meeting, I will compartmentalize all the things that need to be on the agenda. These are different topics that we're going to discuss during our meeting, and I will use a box to keep them in order, to keep them so it's not so overwhelming and so scattered. So it helps me organize my thoughts, and I can go through the agenda with a firm strategy. Now this is a to-do list for the week, and I compartmentalized all my to-dos in different categories again. So here's my Girl Scout list, here's a party that I was planning, here's what I needed to do for work, some miscellaneous, and household. So this really kept things from being too overwhelming for me. So you can use Mildliners for things other than your spreads to keep you organized and focused. So let's get down to actually doing some boxes. I've had so many questions on how I do them. How do I keep them straight? It's everybody's concern. It's so easy. Here, I'm gonna start, and I'll use the blue. If I have something like a parent-teacher conference over 2 days, well, this is Saturday and Sunday, but whatever. Let's say something's happening over the weekend, over 2 days. I will, can you see? Okay, good. I'm gonna do one strong line. My wrist is not on the table. My elbow's on the table, but my wrist is not. If I rest my wrist on the table, I'll tend to go too slow, and I'm gonna have a break in the line. So I'm just gonna go one very quickly, and I'm gonna follow through. Then I'm gonna turn my page this way. I take it off, first of all, it has to be off the discs, because if it's still on the discs, it's gonna be way too hard to do this. So I'm going to, again, it's hard to do with the camera there, and I just bumped it. I'll try again. So there we go. Now, there's a little bump there. I'm just gonna cover that up real quick. Now, if you do make a mistake, or if you do stop, you're gonna get a little break like that. If you wanna cover that up, just do it again. But if you find that's darker than the other ones, you'll have to just redo it, the whole box. Now, please do not worry about making a mistake. The more you worry about it, the more you will make a mistake. If you do make a mistake, it's not a problem. You can cover it up with sticker paper, or you can just put a decorative sticker over the sides, or there are so many things you can do to cover up a mistake. Really not a problem at all. And I make mistakes literally all the time. So I like this blue and this purple together, so let's see if I can if I know I'm gonna have 3 things to do that day, and usually when I'm making my spreads, I do know in advance what I'm going to do, but if I don't, I still will put 3 things. If I know I have a lot of things to do, I usually prioritize 3 tasks that have to be done. I don't like to overwhelm myself with too many things to do in one day. I like to plan it so I spread things out. So, or if you want, I like to play around with different formats. So if I do 3 on one box, I would like to do next to it not exactly the same thing. So there you go. And I like to, if I do like a teal and then a blue, I'll put my teal on again. Again, one strong stroke. You want to go quickly, you want to go smoothly, you don't want to rest your arm and go slow. The slower you are that you take, the more likely you're going to make a mistake. You really have to let your mind and not stress. And I really enjoy this aspect of planning. It really helps me stay calm and focused, and for me it's really therapeutic. Another way to use the Mildliners is once you have a box, let's say you have lots of things pertaining to this event that needs to get done. So in another color, you can go inside the box put some lines in there, and this could be where you put your to-dos that pertain to this event. See, I made a little mistake there. It doesn't matter. And then you can write over in pen what you need to do. That wasn't the pen I was looking for. So let's say you can put your little boxes here. Let's say you're doing coffee hour at church. You need to buy coffee. You also need to buy, let's say, donuts. Okay, and then you need to call the office to make sure the door will be open for you at 8:30, whatever it is you need to do. So there you have your little to-do list. You're still using your Mildliners. Now, with the Mildliners, now some people use Papermate flares, which I don't seem to have an example of right here. Yikes. But if you write with a Papermate and then you go over it with a Mildliner, it will smear. So I like to put my lines first and write over it. I don't know if this happens with the Muji pen. This is a Muji pen. Let's see. I'm going to do a little experiment. Let's say buy coffee. And I'm going to see if this smudges it at all. Oh boy, yes it does. So definitely, oh, kind of ruined my pen there. Let's just, oh, it's better now. Thank goodness. Okay. Yeah, don't try that at home, folks. So you put your line first and you write on top of it. That would be another tip. So what else can I say? So you can coordinate, you can do any kind of theme using any kind of the color combination that you want. There are so many things you can do with this. I hope you have fun with it. If you want more ideas on how to do pen-only spreads, you should follow Mom Run Craft. She has lots of awesome ideas on her Instagram, so I would check her out. Oh, also, before I go, lots of people wanted to know if they could use rulers. You can use a ruler, and I'll show you right now how. This is a thicker ruler, which I think would be easier to use. Let's see. I don't usually use a ruler because I like to go very quickly with my spreads, but if you are a perfectionist and you want everything to be perfect, I guess you could try it with a ruler. It just seems like too much work for me. And I guess you wouldn't have to turn the page if you use a ruler. So there you go. It is really much straighter than my usual lines, I gotta say. So I'm kind of impressed, but I still wouldn't normally use a ruler every single time. But that is an option. And you can also use, if you prefer, you can use the fine tip to make your lines as well, to make your boxes as well. It's just a different look. Actually, it's kind of cool. Maybe in the future I'll do a spread with these kind of lines. So I hope you have fun with it. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions about Mildliners, please DM me and I will answer you if I know the answer. And if you like this, please give it a thumbs up and you can subscribe to my channel. I'll be doing lots of spreads using Mildliners in the future. Thanks for watching.